Nestled right in the center of San Francisco, in the Hayes Valley area, in steps from City Hall, lies the Ella Hill Hutch Foundation and Community Center. Playing a huge role in the lives of many families living in the area, this community center is a diamond in the rough where a lot of important work happens. But in the last few years, its diminished visibility, its prime location, and pressures from outside politics have put into question the future of this foundation center. So in this episode, I meet James, the director of the foundation, and together we take a closer look into the crucial impact Ella Hutch has had on the surrounding community and see why we as a city need it to remain more than ever. Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Good to see you. What's going on?
Good.
How you do?
Good. I'm doing great. Great. It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. So, we're out here on your beautiful foundation, and I love this mural over here, Kind of really reminds me of a great era of Black excellence, right?
Yeah. Always when I look at these murals, I always think about, these are the shoulders that we come in here on.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is Ella Hill Hutch Community Center. You know what I call this? I call this the Black Alamo.
Black Alamo, I like
Black
that.
Alamo. Think about it. So this is, when you look around, gentrification is all around us.
Yeah.
I always say this is our last fight right here.
Yeah.
This is our Alamo right here.
And I like what you say about last fight because, it seems, within the 60s, 70s, 80s, there was all this activity and then things kind of died down and now we're kind of in a place where that Black excellence is kind of quiet these days, right? Wouldn't you say so?
Wow. Yeah. It's funny you just said that to me, right?
Yeah.
Because I was asking somebody this morning. I say somebody just I'm trying to understand what's the fear.
Yeah.
What are we afraid of?
Yeah. How did things?
At the end of the day, how do we get to a point where we talk about Black folks, community just going silent? You would say Black folks going silent. What is the fear?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back at the history. We fought for everything we ever had.
Yeah.
What happened now? I don't see us out no more.
A lot of the activities now we see is in like maybe music or entertainment, but we don't see a lot of Black activism as much as we did back in those days. It must be. I mean, that must be what the point of this Ella Hill Hutch community is about, right? So I'd love to hear more about your role in Ella Hill Hutch.
That's my fight. I'm the executive director here. That's my fight. I tell everybody, how I end up in the spaces. I grew up right here.
You grew up just right around here?
I grew up right here when this was like the old Wild West back
really?
in the day. Yeah, this was, when I talk about the Black Alamo and what Ella Hill is, it was a time when I looked around here and everybody that was around here looked like me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Now it's the, if you take a look around, everybody you see that look like me is usually coming into this building.
Yeah.
So, I ain't always been a good guy. I tell people all the time, God took me through all that he took me through in my life.
Yeah, to get you to this point.
Just to drop me right back in this space. Because he knew it was going to be a fight.
Yeah. And you're leading the fight in this beautiful area in the Hayes Valley community, and we will definitely get into what we do, what you guys do at this community center. But I do know this is quite some prime real estate as well, right? This is a very, very, valued land, and
that's what I
and I think coming with that comes a lot of eyeballs on you guys at the same time, right? And that must create some difficulties in enforcing your agenda and getting things to happen in this community center too, right?
Yeah, no, it's every day is a fight. Every day is a fight. I look around. This is. Ella Hill sits on a 4-block radius.
Yeah.
This prime real estate. This is not Hayes Valley.
Yeah.
This is the Western. This is the Fillmore. Mm-hmm. So this sits in the center of the Fillmore.
Yeah.
This just like sits in the center of San Francisco.
Yeah.
If from this spot right here, in 15 minutes you can go anywhere in San Francisco.
Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
It depends on the traffic.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's always a challenge. It's a fight. Yeah. You fight for the funding. You fight for the support. You fight for every little thing, as you can see, even with the maintenance of the facility.
Yeah.
I hire community most of the time to come around and do the work. So, our fight is real.
Yeah.
I tell everybody all the time, I got 130 kids in our after-school program. I run a summer camp here with 183 kids that's in our space. And then we do an event every Wednesday with between 200 and 1,500 kids, where we go somewhere in San Francisco and take a space and bring them. We don't do We bring them, you know, go down there, create an amusement park or whatever it is we're doing.
Yeah.
But every Wednesday during the summer.
Yeah.
And then we do that workforce development for transitional age youth. And we have a Brighter Future program where we support families. That means from buying diapers to helping you stop from getting evicted. So we do a lot for our community up in here. But you know, like I said, you're right. The fight doesn't stop.
Well,
it's a fight every day.
I know, and I think, you know, the lack of visibility in what you guys are doing here also makes it a lot harder for, you know, the likes of people like City Hall or others who kind of want to get their hands on this kind of a property to appreciate what's going on. So why don't we go ahead and check out and see.
So when you talk about places like City Hall,
the entrance, you know, so I was wondering, how many people do you guys have employed here? How many community workers?
Oh, so I have 22 people on my staff. I have about 10 volunteers that come down and support through USF, the college, University of San Francisco. And you know, we have tennis coaches. We have K through 8th grade after school programming. So we got about 20.
Okay.
There's 22 people on the staff. So when you asked about Lefty Gordon right here, so this right here is Lefty Gordon. He was one of the first directors.
Okay.
So we partner with the Warriors and a few other people that do programs.
Oh, so this is Ella Hill.
This is Ella Hill. This is who it was named after. She was one of the initiators for getting this space built up.
Okay. And so what is Ella Hill most known for? What was her?
Oh, she was our first black supervisor in San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah. Supervisor, that is like mayor supervisor?
No, for a district.
Okay.
So we have a mayor, then we have like 10 different supervisors for each district in San Francisco.
And she was the one who made this space possible or available?
It was her and quite a few people on the wall out there. So it was her and the whole committee. Back then you got to realize, back in like late 70s, early 80s, it was, you know, we had soldiers.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the King Day. You know, we still had a lot of fight up in us.
Well, you know, I like the juxtaposition of the City Hall behind her. You know, because that's where all the big things
City Hall
happen.
is very disconnected.
Yeah, cool.
From what happens in these spaces.
Okay. So this is the gymnasium.
Yeah, this is our gymnasium. So we partner with the Warriors, right? We do a lot of programming up in here. We do. So as you can see, that's our little kids. We have like 3 sessions of this going on. And this is our little kids. This is like our K through 2 grade. Okay. And then they do this for about 30 minutes. Then our 3 through 5 grade, and then our high schoolers, our middle schoolers, and then our high schoolers come in. Everybody. So they have a good. This is a good discipline kind of. Start right here, especially when you talk about that age group right there. You know. Like, look.
And how old these kids are? Like 5, 6 years old.
And 5, 6, 7.
They live in most of the houses just right around here. You know, you would rarely think of black kids from such a community even wanting to learn karate. You know, that's so foreign.
Like I said, if you start right here at this age, this is a teaching age. You know?
Yeah.
This is the age right here where you start teaching discipline.
Yeah.
This is our after school program, so kids start coming in. We actually pick them up
straight from school.
Our little kids, our K through. Most of our middle schools come on their own, which that's big too. You know, middle school is in that age where you're still trying to,
figure things out.
You're trying to figure things out, so you take your time. You want to ride the bus, but they make it here.
Yeah.
Our high school, we got like 40 high schools that show up on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that's big. And like I said, for us, it's a safe space.
Yeah.
You know, that's the important part, right? You know,
what would they be doing if they weren't here, right?
Exactly. And not just that. I brag about it all the time. We have 100% graduation rate.
Yes, you were telling me that.
When I say 100%.
Yeah.
Everybody who comes through our program
graduates from high school.
You graduate from high school.
Yeah.
Right? And at the end of the day, I always say it all the time that, when I grew up around here, nobody ever talked to me about college.
No, I mean, this wasn't here when you were growing up, right?
No, not when I was growing up. I seen it built. But at the end of the day, I tell everybody, I said most of my kids go to college. You know how I'm able to do that?
How is that?
Because I surround myself with college students. All my teachers are college students.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, when you talk about Nico and Brittany and Tanner and all them, they're all college. So when my kids come in here, you know what they talk about?
Yeah.
college.
But that's very important because that's where those conversations happen, and then once you feel that energy from other people, then you start to feel it much more normalized, right? It actually becomes cool to go to college if you have your peers and people you look up to, who have done that too, right?
Yeah, and that's the key too. I know who to surround myself with. I say, everybody can fill up a bus, right?
Yeah.
So how do you make sure everybody in the right seats? Get the kids coming in right now.
Okay.
So you can get the kids coming in right now. These are 3th through 5th grade.
Okay. Nice. So they have to sign in and everything?
They all sign in.
Okay.
So we know they're in the space. I look at them now, and you go back here. I have my K through 2 teachers right now.
Yeah.
I had them since they was that age.
Okay.
So they done came, went to college, came back, now they teaching.
That's that's like a full circle moment, almost like remember whose artwork I put up on the mural, who's been there since like 2010, 15 years ago. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how things there's like lasting impact, and there's just generations and generations of work being done here.
People always ask me, how do you measure your success? I say, that is my measurement.
Yeah.
When somebody comes through your program, do what they is, and then they come back.
And then they come back in a giving capacity.
Is that not measurement right there?
I think that is the impact. To me, that's a full circle moment, is what I would call it. Yeah.
Full circle moment.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I tell everybody, at the end of the time, everybody think I'm a little unorthodox, but I tell them, what I tell them?
What do you say?
I say I'm impactful, and I'm successful.
Yep. Cool. So I know we got
this is our space right here. So we do, like I said, them are some of our high school students.
This is like a storage room.
Yeah. These are some of our high school students. This is their space. This is the high school student space right here. They just started coming in.
What is your favorite high school?
So that they all just now getting out of school. So they'll fill up in a minute.
Oh wow.
This is like our K through 2 right here. This is our after school K through 2 program.
Okay. These are the.
I'm not going to point out the teachers that I done had in here since they was in K through 2. We'll let them tell their story on their own at one point.
I like that. There's like 4 different volunteers right now in different stations.
They from USF. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
They do homework.
And some
of them some teachers. Some of them from USF.
And what do you guys usually do here for the few hours? Mostly arts and crafts, creative things, like a typical kindergarten.
Like a typical kindergarten through 5th grade.
Okay. Okay.
So, but I mean, when you come in, first thing you want to do is make sure you get your homework done.
Yeah.
That's important.
Absolutely.
That's important. We run a reading program through the summertime where we actually, because most of our kids lose what they learned during the summer.
Yes.
So we had a reading program that we actually do from 9 to 12 every summer. And then after that, the activities start.
Okay.
Come on, let's walk to the playground.
Yeah.
That's Sasha.
Hi, Sasha.
You want to talk to Sasha?
Do you want to say, hi, I'm John. Sorry. I'm John. How's it going?
My name is Sasha Earl. I've been a part of Collective Impact since I was about 10.
10?
Yeah, I'm 24 now. I'll be 25.
Okay, so this is one of the full circle.
That's one of the full circle moments.
Okay.
I started from the beginning, and I'm here in the end. Actually, we're still going on.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher at K through 2. We're still doing homework. Some of our kids are in karate. Some of them are doing free play as well. We just had snack.
I love it.
And that's big because you got to realize she was here when that was her.
You were one of these kids at some point.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. And I've gotten jobs through here, and then I actually came back to actually give back as well.
So that's beautiful. Our big kids, we have to clean it up, but our big kids, they started gardens.
Okay.
So they starting to grow their own vegetables.
Yeah.
They grow their own fruit. But
yeah, you guys want to be in the video? Come say hi. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
We don't know.
Do any dance you want. Any dance you want. There you go.
Let's sing a song.
There you go. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, there you go, there you go. Yeah, move those hips, move those hips. That was great, that was great, that was great, that was great, that was great. Amazing, high five, good stuff.
And as you can see, our murals are everywhere. So our murals, these are some more of our community.
Yeah, Sorry, you were talking about the garden as well. This looks like a really nice garden. So you guys
it needs some cleaning up. We let it go and then we start getting it back ready for summer. But it looks like some greens and stuff growing right there, right?
Yeah.
So they have, you know, the kids, the teens start them and the young people, the little kids maintain them.
Yeah, I mean it's
it's good. I mean, and you know what
this is all the kids playing here who help maintain it, right?
Yeah, and
build
they
it.
enjoy it, man. So that's a good thing. It's good. It's good. It's good therapy, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it also
not just for them. It's good therapy for us.
It's true.
It's
true. I would love to have a garden in my dream home when I'm older.
It's good therapy for us, man.
You know,
it's good therapy for them, and it makes them feel like, you know, even though you're in the midst of San Francisco, you know,
there's still something beautiful in the city like that,
exactly.
you know.
And you can grow some stuff.
Yeah, and I also think it engenders, you know, fostering care for something, and if you care about your space and take care of something, then you'll enjoy the fruits of that labor too, right?
And I go old school too. We even got a little summertime. We do a little wood shop where we make wood. You know, we put together a greenhouse and build some tables and all these tables and benches around here. You see, we built them. Our kids built them. So I mean, I like to keep them hands on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the whole thing is to keep them busy, stay active up in here, and you know, and let them be creative.
Yeah. Yeah, so it would be a shame for this whole space to turn into a mall, right?
I don't think I don't think that's on the plan. I think the plan is 300 condominiums, 300 units.
300 condominiums.
Yeah. You gotta realize this is like a 4-block radius.
Yeah. I mean, you would hate to see that for sure.
Yeah.
So this is the basketball courtyard area again.
I mean, this is still playground. This right here, over here, we did it like this is our teen area where they do like a little wood shop.
Yes,
you can see they growing stuff. They built all this.
Oh wow!
They built that. They built the planters. They built all the tables. They built the benches.
I like that, like zucchini, lemon, blueberries.
Yeah, they built all that.
Cool.
As you can see, they be back here hobbying.
Yeah.
So we do a little hobby shop. People don't realize all we do back here.
I mean, this is woodworking. This looks like woodworking class.
Exactly.
Okay, very nice.
My name is Nikki. What I do is I like helping out in the garden, and I talk with the kids. We replant plants and make like vegetables and fruits and stuff.
Okay.
I like interacting with my classmates because most of these people are like my age, like you know, junior seniors. Junior seniors, like we're on high school.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I saw the lemon blueberry stuff. That looks really nice. Yeah, when are those?
Doing great.
Yeah, when are those supposed to come out?
Probably like the end of beginning of the summer, so around May.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
they'd be really sweet and the strawberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there for sure to try some.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, and would you say, you know, this community has been helpful and impactful for just you guys' daily lives? Like, what's the most important kind of impact would you say it's had for you guys or for yourself?
I mean, it is a community center, so there's a lot of community here. We're all close with each other, even though we're here every other day, right?
Yeah.
So I think this community center is very useful. Like they help us out with groceries on Thursdays.
Oh, really? As well?
Yeah. They give us boxes with vegetables and fruits and milk.
So that's some life, just some life help on top of school help and all that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have some college students come on Wednesdays and they help us out with resumes and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what Nico told me. You guys are doing like a interview workshop right now or something like that?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Well, I'm not surprised why you guys have 100% high school graduation rate. Then that all makes sense.
Everyone's trying to just go forward here, try to get as much as they can.
I love that. Cool. Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Nikki.
Nikki, thanks so much, Nikki. Appreciate that.
What was yours?
I'm John.
Nice to meet
John.
you.
Yeah.
All
right. You guys have a great one.
Why you look
Thank you.
like that?
Alrighty. That was really awesome. That's just a perfect example of, you know, the impact being shown right there. So that's great. I think we're gonna walk now, probably to the computer lab. Maybe walk by a few staff. Should we check out the computer lab real quick?
Oh yeah. Let's go in. I think they're filming up in there.
How's it going, Nico? You wanna say hi real quick here? Yeah, sure. Yeah, just outside. All right, this is Nico. How's it going, man? Good to see you again.
What's up out there?
Nico, what do you do at Collective Impact here?
I'm the team program manager. I've been working here for about 10, 11 years now. I first started actually as a USF student, a service learner, way back in 2014, my senior year. I was doing a sociology thesis, and I was doing some work here, my volunteer work, and I just fell in love with the community. The community accepted me, and it's just been history from there. I've been doing the teen workforce program. We have a workforce education program where teens come in, they get to work on their homework, they get to do enrichment activities. We have different enrichment activities for the different days, and they just get mentorship and support, and overall just a safe space to be in. And so it's just been a great journey, a beautiful journey, and
amazing.
I'm blessed to be here.
Yeah, thanks to that. The more we learn about this place, the more special it becomes. I mean, we've been here for the last 30 minutes, and just amazing talking to some people we never met.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and I'm sure you can see the impact that you guys have on the community. Like, if this place were to be gone, I mean, where would a lot of these people go, right? Where would this community, where would people be able to have their community, right?
Yeah.
It'd be hard, yeah.
I've known a lot of my students since they were in first grade, some in kindergarten, and now they're graduating.
Okay.
They're going on to college, and we just came back from a HBCU college tour in North Carolina and South Carolina. It was a great experience for our young folks. It was a great experience for me, and they get to come back and tell their underclassmen, to focus in school and to get it together. So as we mentor our young people, they give mentorship to the next generation, and so on and so forth. And so it's just a beautiful cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw an example of that with, I forgot her name, in the K-12 space, Sasha, especially. So, you're spot on there. Yeah, thanks for that, Nico. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, so we're right here now in the computer lab of the Foundation Center. So this is actually a room that I built from scratch. It was a storage room with tons of boxes in there. And when I first got introduced to the community, I found that there was a bunch of laptops hiding around, a bunch of computers, so we thought, why not, let's turn this into a computer lab. So we set up all the computers everywhere. As you can see, we got nice tables, and it's right now being used just as like a creative space. We also set up those nice pictures on top, like that nice mural that you can see. Still a little bit of work to do, but there's actually a series on our YouTube channel where we go through the process of how I made this computer lab. But basically, the idea is eventually we're going to get students learning computer programming. I have a bunch of different programs that I have in store for what I want students to learn and get into the tech world, because it's the modern times, and everybody should learn to code, or at least learn how to use technology in an empowering way. So that's what we have in store for the next few months for this community center. So I think that's also a huge important factor that is just going to make such an even bigger impact on the students who are part of this community. So it's been great to already make this computer lab, and we have a lot more in store here, so definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, so part of the Foundation Center, they have about 3 tennis courts and a few pickleball courts, and as part of the Foundation Center, Mike Hall is a tennis coach, and he coaches a bunch of students throughout the week. So why don't we go ahead and check that out. Alrighty, so we got Mike over here. Hey Mike, do you want to come say a few words?
Of course.
Good to see you.
Good to see
Good.
you.
So this is Mike's part of the Foundation Center too. Mike, you teach tennis to the kids in the community, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
This is Lily, future tennis stars.
Yep. So what do you like to do? Why do you think tennis is important for kids at this age?
I think tennis is important because it develops skills as far as problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
It teaches them honesty. It helps build trust, and it helps them all around.
Yeah, I like that.
It helps them all around, especially with the problem solving, because they have to figure it out for themselves when they're on the court. They have no one to tell them what to do. As a basketball team, you have them telling them what to do. You pretty much have to solve it yourself.
And do the kids like playing tennis? Imagine they wouldn't have had the chance to to play this.
Do you like playing tennis?
Yeah. Why do you like playing tennis?
It's fun, and I move around and I get athletic. And at the same time, it's really fun. Like when I hit a ball and then it gets across and I get achievements.
Yep. That's exactly why I love tennis too, man. Yeah, bring it in. Yes. Let's go. Good stuff.
All right.
Cool.
You guys have a good one.
And how many students do you teach around the community every week around?
at least 20 to 30.
Yeah.
I would say 20 to 30 students, probably more.
It's all kids living around here as well, right?
Yep. Yep, it's all kids from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some of them who also go in the center too for other things too,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, you and I, we have another video to make at some point, which we'll get into, but I appreciate that, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, we'll leave you to it. So yeah, they have a pretty nice set of tennis courts, which they graciously leave open to the public as well. So technically these are private courts. But as you can see, they're kind of empty right now. So if you're just playing in the area or looking for courts, these courts are usually open. Now we're entering
so this space
room, right?
Yeah, just look at this space right here. You see this right here? Take a look at this space right here.
So just kind of looks like a normal shed building, right? You wouldn't think much of it at first glance.
Yeah. No. During the pandemic, this was a full-blown hospital. So we
really?
We actually. So I worked. This was Maxine Hall Clinic, right? They were actually like a couple months before the pandemic hit. Dr. James that ran Maxine Hall Clinic came to see me. She was like, James, I need a space. I said, what you need a space for? She said, they're finna renovate my space. I need somewhere to go. Nobody want to let me in. So I brought her back here to the back. This used to be a little mini park, right? And I asked her would this work. She said, we can do it. So long story short, we dropped some trailers back here. We dropped these trailers back here. They hooked up to the plumbing. We got them up and running. About a couple months later, they were up and running. 3 weeks right after that, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
In the process of that, you know, she called me and said, James, what you do? I said, I stay open, I don't close, because my community ain't going to go past this building. But I say, you know, this is how God works through us. You look around, you see that? Look around. I got 3,000 seniors that live around here. Yeah. Can you imagine what that did for them during the pandemic?
I mean, you guys were
No, we was a full-blown hospital. Right? We put tents over there, so their medication, any medical need they had, they could come right here.
So it was a testing center.
It was a full-blown medical.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah. So you can come out here if you was getting medication. You can come over here. Medication was getting delivered.
And you guys
we had an emergency room right there.
Yeah.
You know, we did all that.
And yeah, I love how you repurposed the tennis courts to fill in the space there. So you guys were serving about, you know, hundreds of people a day.
No, we were serving definitely hundreds of people a day.
Okay.
We served thousands of people. We were open for the whole 2.5 years after the pandemic. We never closed. So long story short, they just went back. And we're actually in the process. I just started renovating the space. We're gonna try to do
trying to make it into a normal space again, right?
I'm gonna try. What I'm gonna try. It ain't never been normal. What I'm gonna try to do is some mental health up in there. I'm trying to do a space where
into a mental health center.
Try to do some healing and some mental health up in here.
Well, there's some really nice interiors you guys have gotten started with already. Why don't we check some of those? Seeing James continuing to expand the services provided by Ella Hutch is testament to his tireless commitment and dedication to his community. With all the things Ella Hutch provides, from after-school programs to youth empowerment and a pathway to college, I can't emphasize enough how the center is setting up the next generation of youth in the area to go on and do great things. I have no doubt that if entities like City Hall try to seize operations at Ella Hutch, the surrounding families and youth will be significantly impacted. This should be a reminder to all of us that it takes a whole village for significant change to happen. And as long as Ella Hill Hutch is still standing, this area has a chance to become a vibrant and thriving locale with people who feel strong and proud to represent this area of San Francisco. In the next part, I have a serious conversation with James about the realities of running his community center that sits on prime real estate. From the heartbreaking stories of what happens to people who don't get help, to the things the government does to make their lives difficult, it was an eye-opening discussion. It exposed the mismatch between the diversity and inclusion efforts the city claims to prioritize and the actions they take by imposing extra scrutiny and hurdles on minority-led organizations such as Ella Hutch. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again.